So one last consideration here. What if your p-value is greater than 0.05, zero point 0.4 here? Well, we know that means there's no difference between the two groups that we're comparing here, right? In this case, alpha-linolenic acid versus control. So how do you show that in your graph? Well, it would look something maybe like this, so I've adjusted the data, right, to show that this is, the same and that they are comparable. So then how would you want to show this? Well, typically what we see, is instead of an asterisk, you'll see lowercase nd, which indicates that you did make that comparison and you found that there was no difference between the groups. You can also, which is not done as much, but you can do p-value equals nd. That's also an appropriate way to label it. Typically, I don't see actual p-values here, but you could say p-value is greater than 0.05, although I think it's just kind of a waste of space. It takes up a lot more room than is necessary for something that's really not significant. Preference probably on this is just something like that. And you need to say in the figure legend what ND means. You would say that we did a statistical, a student's t-test, and it showed no difference between the groups. And you can actually give the p-value there in the figure legend, and that would be appropriate, and I would expect that. But in the actual figure in the graph itself, sometimes simple is always better. Less confusion can be made. So hopefully you found that helpful for those that have no difference between their groups.